Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another LEGO set review from Brick, and today we have the Year 2 Dimension Starter Pack. And I know I reviewed the Year 1 Dimension Starter Pack a while back, probably a couple times. I'm just kidding. But, probably reviewed several parts of it. I think I did a video on the Batmobile separately. But approximately a year ago, probably a little bit less, I put out a review on the Wii U starter pack. Recently, you may have seen my Dimensions haul where I got Supergirl and a couple Adventure Time packs. And, obviously, there was a Dimension starter pack in there. And I figured before because I was going to build it anyway to make sure it had all the parts, because, didn't know, or wanted to make sure that, wasn't being ripped off by the seller. So I figured I might as well throw together a review of it, because I do have a couple things, a couple different opinions of the game. I have more experience with the game, so I can, talk more about it. But also, let's just get on with the review. You can see that the only difference between this starter pack and the Year 1 starter pack is the inclusion of Supergirl. And Supergirl isn't really part of the starter pack per se. Like the little box inside is still exactly the same, like the same bricks and everything. But she's like a little poly bag that's thrown inside the outer box. You can see her base is pretty cool looking. I actually really like the way that turned out. I like these orange bases. However, it's a little odd that she doesn't come with her own battle arena, because usually that's what the orange bases mean, that they come with a battle arena. I did do a review of this poly bag separately, but you can see, she does have back face printing and some back torso printing underneath there. But other than that, you really, what you see is what you get. It's a nice Supergirl minifigure. She's pretty cool in the game. It's definitely a nice added bonus for the Year 2 starter pack. It's only for PS4 though. Obviously, I guess let's take a look at the game cover real quick. It's going to be kind of glary. But PS4, there's the back of it. It's a little bit odd that it showed the Ninjago team pack because it was Wave 2, and this, starter pack is the same as the Wave 1, so a little bit odd choice. They could have done like Scooby-Doo or Jurassic World, but, whatever. So that's just kind of there. Obviously, I'm not really going to be talking about the PlayStation 4 game itself, because, I'm not playing the PlayStation 4 game. I just kind of have this, and I'm gonna sell it to one of my friends, to make some of the money back. But it's still for, pretty cheap. Good deal for him. So, the other characters included in the starter pack are Batman, which, cool figure. Obviously, not the rarest. I think he's probably the most common of the 3 basic starter pack characters. Nice torso print there. His accessory is a Batarang. It comes with an extra. A nice gold belt on there. Not very metallic-y printed though. Kinda, Slight metallic print. Back printing on the torso and on the face. And the cape, is the older style, but it's nice. He does have the older style of cowl, which is a little bit odd, but I think it works fine and, looks good. So that's Batman. Wild Style is her second figure of the bunch. Oh, and I actually forgot to mention Batman's base, but it looks cool. Nice bat symbol. But Wild Style is the second one. Her relic detector is the best part of her, because it is an exclusive print, which is awesome. I like the piece on the back too, kind of gives it a nice look from other angles. And you can see her hair is the same typical Wild Style hair. She has the 2015 face print from that Bad Cop car chase set. And it's the front of it. Nice arm print on there. That looks really nice. No print on the other arm though. and the legs are printed down one side. The toy tag is pretty cool, Wild Style WS, and some more graffiti. Back print is pretty cool, and she has the hood piece. There's the back printing in total, and the front. You know, not going into too much detail on these figures. If you'd like to see them in more detail, I can do a minifigure showcase on them. Just let me know in the comment section below, and I may end up doing one for them anyway. And there goes her toy tag. Goes flying. But now it's back, so don't worry. And we got one more figure to take a look at, which is Gandalf the Grey. He does come with just a staff, probably the most common of the 3 accessories, because, you know, used a lot in Ninjago, and it's used for Gandalf, obviously. But it still looks cool, you know, it looks like his staff for the most part. His face print is cool. It's the, you know, single-sided one, because he has the hat, not the hair. His beard is nice Gandalf beard, you know. Nice torso print, no leg print like Batman. And there's the back of the torso. Nothing too special, but gray capes aren't as common as other colors of capes, so I guess that's a plus. I think Gandalf of the 3 starter pack figures was my favorite because he was the only one that I didn't already have. And I mean, it's not like I dislike Lord of the Rings, it's just that I didn't really have... Like, the Lord of the Rings sets, it was kind of tough to get, you know, all the... First of all, I wasn't really super into Lord of the Rings when the sets were out. Second of all, you know, I didn't really have the money to spend on all the Lord of the Rings sets, with, because I think, like, the Lego Movie was coming out, or Ninjago was out. I had a bunch of those to catch up on. Because, like, I didn't really get into it, into Lord of the Rings until The Hobbit came out, so, you know, kind of was around the time the Lego Movie came out. But, his base is nice. It's kind of interesting. Move the figures to the side, take a quick look at the Batmobile. I did a vehicle showcase video on this, where I built all 3 builds of it. You know, it's pretty cool. You can go check it out. It was from a while ago, so not the most updated, but it's pretty cool. I like the look of this Batmobile. I think it would be cool to get like a Batmobile set that looks like this. But you know, the rebuilds of this are alright. They're not the best. I kind of like the Bat Blaster though. But you know, Batmobile, pretty simple build. Nice vehicle. You can scan it into the game. It has a blank toy tag, so that's how the toy tags work. You know, you kind of like save the data onto them that you want saved onto it, and it becomes a vehicle. And now the actual portal build comes off like that, and on here you have the space for 7 characters. You know, 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 7 total characters / vehicles. I think this is a nice looking thing. I really like that Lego logo on the front. It would have been amazing if that was like a 2x2 printed tile. Pretty sure it's the same size, right? 2x2. It is a 2x2 tile. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, just glued on there. Might not be the same thickness though. No, I guess it's a little thinner. But that's kind of what it's made to look like. I like that print. It's kind of raised a little. But we obviously have 4 studs there and 4 studs here to attach the portal build onto. And obviously this cable that comes off the end is a USB cable for the PlayStation 4. And, you know, from what I've heard, this end part is different on the Xbox consoles, Xbox games. So, that's kind of the only difference there. And I'm not even sure if that's true, that's just what I've heard. So, now, we can take a look at the portal. And the portal build is pretty cool. You can see this part here lines up really nicely with the circle. They're kind of like built to be the same size. This hole and that circle. And I think it worked well. I think it looks nice when you have a character in there. But obviously, we can take a look at that later. But there are some stickers here and here, and then 3 stickers, 1 on each flag, and then 1 in the center for the Vorton computer, which you select levels from. There's another sticker here, and another sticker on this piece. But that's it for stickered elements, so not too many in this set. Again, like the color scheme, really like this medium azure, or maybe it's dark azure. I think it's medium though. And yeah, this random piece here, he actually gets torn apart, and I'm gonna do a quick comparison at the end of this video to the this is what the instructions that come with the starter pack tell you to make. And I'll give you a comparison to what you end up changing it to by the end of the game. The portal itself is nice looking. I like the way they use these medium azure, like A-shaped pieces to get a nice circle shape. And this kind of makes it look portal-y, vortex-y. Looks pretty cool. And obviously the 5 little things on the top kind of come in and just... This is a very iconic look, I think. I think this kind of portal design will always be associated with Dimensions for, LEGO fans. And on the back, you can see we have these 5 printed shields on here, the keystones. This is the teleporter keystone, chroma keystone, rift keystone, scale keystone, and elemental keystone. They're nice prints, but they aren't accurate in terms of their colors to the in-game keystones, which is a little bit disappointing, and it would have been really nice if they fixed that for the Year 2 starter pack. But, it works. And then on the... This whole portal thing is attached with a... it's attached with, whatchamacallit, with 2 technic pins. I think it works nicely, keeps it from wobbling too much. But as you progress through the game, you end up in the story mode levels, and this makes me almost want to have 2 of the portal build, just because I don't know, they look really cool next to each other. I mean, I just have a couple to swap out. You can change them a bit, but during the game, the story mode of the game, you end up taking a couple pieces off of your portal build in order to put together this guy, Expo. And you take this thing here, right, and this, and I believe that's all the parts. Not sure where you get this from. Oh no, never mind, it's sticking out to the bottom. But, you have one. And yeah, basically, you take those parts and you build Expo. And you also move the keystones from the back to the front. This is the order you get them in the game. And I mean, I think that's really cool. I wish there was more of that in the game where as you progress, you change things. There are the vehicles, but that's just kind of like that. The one thing you're left with is that there's no real place to keep Expo. So I kind of attach him there, just because, it kind of makes him look like he's floating. But that's the PlayStation 4 Year 2 Supergirl Starter Pack review. Pretty much all there is to it. I think that it is a cool... well, first of all, I really like the Dimension Starter Pack. The game is fun to play. I have a feeling the PlayStation 4 version is going to be better than the Wii U version. Because the Wii U version is pretty glitchy. And there are probably some glitches and stuff with the Year 2 content on all the consoles. Just because that's kind of the way it works. It's because you have to, update it on your end and not, all the content that you'll have to download will be on the, you'll have to download it yourself. It may come pre-downloaded onto the Year 2 discs, but I don't think so. I just don't see them doing that. But I think that Year 2 Starter Pack compared to Year 1 is obviously better, because it includes another character. And I think that it's a good thing that the character is part of, one of the worlds that is already in the Starter Pack, so you don't get too much more. You just get, this extra cool character to be able to play as. But there are some people who are mad that it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, you know, included Supergirl. I think it's kind of a good thing on their part, because, you know, now people are on PlayStation's part, because now everyone's going to want to buy the PlayStation version of the game. And there are people who are going to buy this starter pack and they're going to try and sell it right away. But I think overall it's a good starter pack. You know, better than year one. But it kind of, you know, punishes the year one starter pack buyers, because now they're kind of, now there's something that they could have gotten but they didn't. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I think it's a good thing, but there are a lot of people who don't. Mainly just the people who want Supergirl and don't have her, and use other consoles besides the PS4, or bought the year one starter pack. But, you know, I think it's cool. I like the game. I think the build that you get in here is cool. I think everything about it is nice. I'd give it, you know, I think the worst part is the actual game itself, just because of, you know, glitchiness, but that's really just the Wii U's fault. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye, guys.